Love it or hate it, the PlayStation Portal is an awesome remote play device, and that's coming from someone who thought it was a pointless product. I've been using it almost daily since launch, and I want to give you my updated thoughts and why you should consider picking one up, so let's get into it. Okay, Sony first teased the Portal, known as Project Q at the time, back in May 2023, and it was just a dedicated streaming device. I didn't plan on getting one, but pre-orders rolled around in August, and I ended up placing an order, thinking I was just gonna try it, and end up returning or selling it. The $200 Portal was released in November, and I enjoyed using it way more than I expected. I did need to change up my network setup for the best results, but more on that in a minute. The Portal is pretty hard to find due to scalpers and low supplies, but ordering one online is getting easier. If you're interested in the PlayStation Portal, I'll be sure to leave a link in the description box below. Alright, before I get into remote play, let me go over my network setup. I'm lucky enough to have gigabit internet, so I get normal speeds of around 900 megabits down and up. I also have two Eero Pro 6 routers in the house. On my previous setup, I connected my PS5 over Wi-Fi, and I had all these issues: connection, quality, latency, you name it. But as soon as I hardwired my PS5, everything was smooth sailing. Almost. I bought a 100-foot Ethernet cable from Amazon and carefully ran the cable from the main router along the inside of the house and to the PS5. Then I thought I might as well do this to my other devices. So I ordered an Ethernet switch. And now my PS5, Apple TV, and OLED TV are connected to this. I mainly use the Switch OLED in handheld, so it's still on Wi-Fi. Long story short, have your PS5 hardwired to your router for the best remote play experience. So how well does the PS Portal stream games? It's actually been near perfect for me. I'm a casual gamer, so the Portal is great. I just pick it up, connect it to the PS5, and start gaming. I know it's not too hard to walk over to the couch and game on a TV, but sometimes you just want to play in a different environment or do your side quests and trophy hunting elsewhere. I have a video all about the PS5, so I'll leave it in the cards and link it down below. The quality is pretty clear 95% of the time, but depends on how many active devices are in use. Like if someone's streaming a video or downloading a game, then of course, the quality is going to take a hit. And to give you an idea, here's how long it takes for remote play to connect. It also works over hotspot, so I'm going to connect it over LTE instead of 5G so you can see how it looks. So I've been reading comments saying, what's the point of the Portal? You can use remote play on your phone. Well, that's true. I found the experience being not as good. It's still a phone, so the internet connection will be used for background tasks like messaging, social media, and cloud syncing. Here I have the Pixel 8 Pro with the Backbone 1, and you can tell me how it looks. Every game that works on the PS5 will work on here, and they'll stream up to 1080p at 60 FPS. It's not meant for online shooters, but it'll still work. Since this is a portable product, I highly recommend having a digital library. It's a hassle to swap discs every time you want to play a different game. The PS Portal is basically a DualSense controller split in half with an 8-inch display in the middle. It looked a little weird at first, but once I got it, it felt really nice. It's super comfortable and ergonomic. Plus, you get the same features like haptic feedback and adaptive triggers, so your games can feel immersive on the go. And I can use this for hours without having any hand cramps. All of the buttons and triggers feel nice, and they're not as loud as a mobile controller. Compared to the DualSense, the joysticks are a little smaller, but I got used to it in no time. The screen is pretty good considering it's only LCD at 1080p. Colors won't pop, blacks look more gray, but games still look good. Using remote play on a smartphone does look better, but I prefer the Portal. Smartphone screens are on the smaller side, and there's letterboxing. I'm going to have gameplay footage on both the Portal and Pixel, so you can see the size difference. So the controls and screen are great, but there are two things that bother me: the touchpad and vibration motor. Sony moved the touchpad under the screen. You need to do an extra tap to show the UI, and sometimes it doesn't register on the first try. Like in Stellar Blade, I can press the touchpad on the DualSense controller to scan the environment, but on the Portal it's 3 to 4 taps, and swiping up should bring up the map, but it's a hit or miss. With the vibration motor, it feels great, but the sound, not so much. It's more in the hollow end. Sony didn't state the exact battery life, but it's supposed to last as long as the DualSense controller, around 6 to 12 hours. I actually timed my usage while playing Stellar Blade, and I got a little less than 5 hours. This is with half brightness and normal haptics. It's good enough for me, and the battery life takes about 2 hours to fully charge. On the top of the Portal, there are 2 upward firing speakers, and they sound okay. The speakers get plenty loud, but they lack any bass. Here's a sound test. Unfortunately, the Portal doesn't support Bluetooth, but there is a 3.5mm headphone jack and PlayStation Link. This offers ultra low latency through the Pulse Explorer earbuds and Pulse Elite headset. Both of these have planar magnetic drivers for nice detail and deep bass. I normally use the earbuds on the Portal and the headset on the PS5. Remote Play doesn't support 3D audio, but it's still better than the built-in speakers. The PS Portal received a few updates since launch, but they were mostly for software performance and stability. It's basically a paperweight without any internet connection. You can change different settings, and that's about it. There's no web browser, just in case you need to log in on public Wi-Fi, there's no video streaming or cloud streaming, and there isn't even a battery percentage. The only way to check it is to completely turn off the Portal, then press the power button while it's plugged in. And I wish there were brightness ticks. It's hard to set a nice even number, but that's just a me issue. The PlayStation Portal is a great PS5 accessory, and is worth picking one up if you're a casual gamer or hardcore PlayStation fan. Would you get a PS Portal? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you'll be notified when I post new videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!